All right, Drew, what are we working on today?
Well, today we're going to be building a bed platform, and it's going to attach to this wall. It's going to slide in and out to maximize space, and we'll have storage underneath here where the electrical system will be and all the outdoor gear.
All right, let's do it. This is the SketchUp version of the bed that we have in mind. Plenty of open space on the right for storage. We can't have anything on the left because that part of the bed moves. Both the front and the side have openings so that there's easy access to anything stored under the bed. We first started with a 1" by 4" thick board that sits just beyond the floor that we installed. It's pretty snug in there and it's not attached to the floor. We didn't feel that was necessary. So this is the first part of the bed frame that we've started constructing. The issue that might be a problem, but we're not really sure yet, is the fact that we only put one screw through these strips right here, so they do twist a little bit. We don't know if that's going to be a problem yet. We're just going to move forward and hope that it's not, but if it is, we'll just have to start over. That's just the reality of the situation. But otherwise, this piece right here, that is nice and flush with the floor because this goes down. But overall, I'd say it's pretty good. Today is the start of day 2. We finished the middle frame yesterday on the bed. Let me show you this right here. We ended up not making these equidistant. Instead, what we did is we left this gap bigger intentionally so that we could slide stuff in and out. But we'll go into more detail about that later. Now this is not this middle. It's actually going this way. Going to attach right here, and today our goal is to run a bar this way and build more of the bed. So we made a mistake. We were putting some slats on because we were trying to figure out how long to cut those, and everything was just uneven. So we ended up turning this around, and it turns out, well, we're about 1 1/4 inches different from these two, because these two are supposed to be level. So we're at a crossroads. We can either take all these out, make them longer, even with this, or take these off, cut them, make them even with that. And we've decided to do the second one. We're going to cut this, make it even with this, and move on from there. Here's some construction footage. After having completed the frames a couple of times, we had a system in place. What we thought was best was to first make sure the beam we were putting in place was square. Once that was determined, we took a big drill bit and drilled a countersink so that the head of the screw would sit level with the wood. Next, we moved the beam out of the way and took a smaller drill bit that was still bigger than the screw itself and drilled all the way through. That way the screw would just slide into the hole. After we lined the beam back up, took a small drill bit and drilled into the beam itself. This was just meant to be a pilot hole. We had some earlier problems with splitting the wood, which is why we implemented that step. Finally, we drove the screw home. So we fixed it. We ended up cutting these a little shorter. Everything looks a lot more level. It took us about 1.5 hours to do. I thought the third time around at this point would have been easier. And it was to some degree, but having never really worked with wood, we're moving a lot slower than anticipated. But that's okay. We got it right, and we're good. let's keep going. Welcome to day 3 of the bed. It's not a consecutive day 3 because we had to stop to take care of some things for the solar panel, the batteries, and all the electronics regarding that, because we wanted to get these in place, screwed to the floor, and just so that we can do something else. I'll explain that in a second. But what we did do to the bed is add some paneling, because now this is stuck in the way because this is right on top of it. Regarding the bed, along with the paneling, we added this right here. We added this crossbar, and we added some braces right here to help hold it in place and give it strength. What we plan on doing today is adding 2 pieces here and here that are flush with this box, because we're also going to add 1 piece here, and the idea is we're going to have a panel that's going to be able to slide in and out and also divide up the top and bottom portion of the space. That way we can try to maximize the space we do have. Regarding this back brace right here, we didn't get to it yet. Hopefully we'll get to that soon. It will get done, but let's do it. This right here is the before and after for the installation of the beams for the middle shelf. Alright, so we just stopped to do some more filming. We ended up finally attaching this to the wall, so we can't really pull that away. That's good. It's nice and solid there. We also added this piece right here. Oh, not that piece. This piece right here, this piece, these 2 pieces. That way the plywood can now sit on this and divide up the space nicely. It's nice and flush everywhere. It actually came out really good. What we also started working on finally is the other half of the bed, which is the sliding part. So we set it up like this. This is the bed fully extended, and then the idea is to just slide it. Now, unfortunately, it seems to be a bit wobbly. We're going to adjust that by having some slats hang over on that side, but it is going to be wobbly until it hits that. But we think we came up with a solution for that. We're just going to test it out, and if it works, we'll show you. But otherwise, it's getting pretty exciting. So, the bed is not done yet, but this is the prototype that we have in mind. The whole idea is that we're supposed to be able to slide the bed out like this, because we're going every other slats on every other side, with 2 of them extra long. So I'm going to take some of these off right now. Okay, so these 2 I purposely left on there. These 2 actually overhang on this side, so when it's fully closed, it has something to keep it from going down like this. Keep it nice and sturdy. But I'm going to take these off. So this is all we have right now. This is what it does. This is the really cool part. That's it sliding in and out, and to keep it from bowing down even more, we ended up adding a rail here and a rail here, which this piece right here rests on the entire time. This is going to be sweet if we can get it to work. But it's time to start screwing things down and hoping for the best. So we finally finished installing all the slats. This is what it looks like. It's fully compressed right now. We ended up starting on the right side of the bed, and then as we approached the other side, we ended up leaving bigger gaps because we found out with this side of the bed, it is just super tight, and it actually binds up, unfortunately. We know exactly what piece it is. We're going to take a planer to it and just make it smaller. But the fact that we left bigger spaces on this side, it helped out a lot. So, but aside from this one piece, this is the bed. Mattress is gonna sit right on top of that. We left this overhang here, so this bench could fit in. We ended up just installing that bench just so it was in there, but we'll install the other one on camera. But otherwise, it came out really well. All we have left to do is to add some paneling and the bed's done. Overall, the project probably took about 6 days. We ended up having to stop here and there, so it wasn't all back to back, but I think everything turned out really well. There is a little bit of shakiness here, but it kind of solves itself when you sit down on it. And another neat feature we added was right here, there's a bottom strip. It's actually more of this floor. That way it doesn't slide on the floor, the wood, and scratch it up. So overall, for 2 beginner carpenters, I think this project turned out really well. Feel free to leave constructive criticism in comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and please subscribe. Thanks for watching.